Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lacquer Lover, and in today's video I'll be doing a swatch and review on the Essie Summer 2019 collection. I know that this collection has been out for a while. I've actually been up to date on the collections and I found out about it in early April, and I've been looking for the polishes since then, but I didn't have much luck finding them in person, so I did have to order them online, and I actually just completed this collection at the end of June, so that is why this video is being uploaded in July. And I know that there are a lot of swatch and review videos on this collection up already, but I hope that this one is still somewhat unique and just more specific to my own feelings and what I'm thinking about the collection. So without further ado, here is the collection, and if you guys want to see how they apply, just continue watching. First off, we have this peachy pinky nude called In Full Swing. So we're going to go in with our first coat of In Full Swing. Right off the bat, I see that it's very creamy and it's pretty good at leveling itself out, and for a demi matte, it's actually not as streaky as I thought it would be, especially for this light of a shade. And we'll be going in with the second coat, and you can see that it applies very smoothly and just covers up all the streaks from earlier and also just makes it opaque. So that is just two coats of In Full Swing. As you can see from this photo, it is a demi matte like the rest of the colors in this collection, and basically that means that it's part matte and part glossy, but it's mostly matte. So you will need a top coat with this if you want it to be shiny, but this is just a gorgeous color. So now I'm just applying top coat over top all these nails, and I'm using Essie's Gel Couture top coat because I feel like the shine lasts super long and it also dries really quickly, which are two very good things. And so this is what it looks like glossy. I definitely like the glossy finish over the demi matte finish, although that is what it's marketed for, but I do think that this polish with the top coat on just looks very effortlessly gorgeous and honestly very good for formal events and also for work. And the next color we'll be looking at is this hot neon pink, and it is called Strike a Rose. It's definitely one that really pops off of your skin no matter what skin tone you have, and it's just a really fun summery shade. So I'll be going in with my first coat of Strike a Rose, and just in the nature of the color itself, this polish is a bit sheerer than In Full Swing, and I definitely think that that allows you to build it up so that it becomes more neon. And as you can see, once it dries down, it's a bit darker, so I'm going in with a second coat. And then I went in with a third because I wanted it to be more opaque. And I also went in with a fourth, and this was more of me just trying out to see what would happen and if the color would change. So this is what it looks like without top coat. This is like the natural finish of the polish, and it looks very cool matte. It really pops off of your skin tone. So here's 4 coats of Strike a Rose with glossy top coat applied over top, and I definitely think that this is a fun one to wear on vacation, and it's just very fun and bright. You could literally blind someone with your nails for this one. So I definitely would give this one a go, and the formula is kind of tricky. You could leave it at 2 or 3 coats. Like I said, I did want to experiment with the 4th one, so I did that. However, I do think you could stop at 2 or 3 depending on how thick of a coat you apply. And the next color is one that I definitely would not reach for unless I were doing nail art, and it is called Claim to Flame. It is a sort of burnt orange shade. It's not the shade for me, in my opinion. However, I do think that it could fit some skin tones very well. So I'm going in with my first coat of Claim to Flame, and right off the bat I see that the formula is very creamy, very similar to In Full Swing, and that makes a lot of sense because the color in itself allows for that. Colors like Strike a Rose and just bright neons like that need a thinner formula so that you could build it up. And now I'm going in with my second coat of Claim to Flame. I did this because I felt that the first coat was a bit streaky, and also as you can see, the first coat did dry down to be a bit darker than when it first was applied. So that is 2 coats of Claim to Flame in its demi matte finish, and I feel like with this finish it looks like a pot, like for a plant, so if you're looking for that sort of look, this definitely fulfills that. So here's 2 coats of Claim to Flame with a glossy top coat applied over top. I definitely like the glossy finishes a lot more, as I already mentioned, because, well, in this case it looks less like a potted plant, and also this is just more of that mellow shade that you wear in the summer, maybe in between, like you don't have to wear neon shades all the time. And the next color we'll be taking a look at is this fun neon blue, which really screams summer, and that is called Take the Lead. This one totally reminds me of pool water or ocean water glistening in the sun, so this one will be very fun to wear to play in some water. So we're going in with our first coat of Take the Lead, and you can see that the formula is sort of a mix between In Full Swing and Strike a Rose. Strike a Rose has been our thinnest formula thus far, and In Full Swing is probably the creamiest, and this one is right in between. You do see some streaks, so I'm going in with the second coat, as you can see here. Also, the color does dry down to be a lot darker, similar to Strike a Rose. However, I only needed 2 coats to reach this opacity here, and here it is with glossy top coat, and it looks really, really pretty. I think this one you need a glossy top coat for, especially if you're wearing it to the beach, because I just feel like it's so fun, and it really reminds you of water with the glossy top coat. And the next color we have here is this neon purple. It's definitely more cool toned, and it is called Tangoed in Love. The fact that it's more cool toned just makes it more neon and bright, in my opinion. And we'll be going in with our first coat of Tangoed in Love. As you can see, it applies kind of similar to Strike a Rose, actually very thin formula, and it does have a few streaks here and there, so we'll be going in with our second coat. So I'm going in with my second coat of Tangoed in Love, and it does build it up and makes it opaque at this point. As you can see, the first layer also dried a lot darker than when it first applied. So that is 2 coats of Tangoed in Love, and it looks pretty cool with the matte finish. This color definitely reminds me of All Access Pass because it has so much blue in it. And this is what it looks like with glossy top coat. This one you could do demi matte or glossy. I don't really have a preference for either. And the final polish in this collection is called Souls on Fire. It is a neon orange, and this one definitely stood out to me when I first saw the collection. It just looked like a fun nacho cheese orange color. Like, what is not to love about that? So I'm going in with my first coat of Souls on Fire. As you can see, it applies very smoothly like butter, also very similar to the other colors in this collection. However, you do see that it is a bit streaky here and there, so I will be going in with a second coat. And now I'm going in with my second coat of Souls on Fire, and as you can see from earlier, the color did dry down to be a bit darker than when it was first applied. And I did see some bald patches, so I'll be going in with the third coat. And now I'm going in with my third coat of Souls on Fire so that I can even out those bald patches and remaining streaks. So here's 3 coats of Souls on Fire. I definitely think that this one without top coat just leaves it very underwhelming. Like, if you're looking at this color, you sort of expect more. However, without the glossy finish, it just seems like sort of dull paper. And here it is with glossy top coat. So that is it for my swatch and review video for the Essie Summer 2019 collection. I initially thought that I would like the orange polish, which is called Souls on Fire, more, but I actually really like this nude called In Full Swing. I don't know, it's like, it just seems so boring initially, but when I had it on my nails, it seemed bright, and it also makes you a bit tanner, so it does definitely fit in with the summer theme. As for the finish, the demi matte finish, I prefer like glossy finishes, but this one is fine as well. For me personally, I would have to wear top coat over these, but I could see someone really enjoying the demi matte finish. And also, these are just really fun to wear in the summer. I know that we have some of the more neutral shades, but the fact that it's this matte finish and just something about that brings out the melanin in your skin and just makes you look a bit tanner. So I do think that it plays in with that kind of making you tanner summer polish theme very well. And as for summer vacation, I would say that these ones are more fun. Like, the colors are not super unique or anything, but it's definitely a fun collection and something kind of different from Essie, considering they usually just do glossy finishes. So yeah, that's basically it for this video, and I will see you guys all in my next. Bye everyone!